So every time the weather gets like above 50 degrees, our little free air spots here in Roanoke are constantly full. No one wants to check their air when it's cold outside, which is probably when you should do it. And here's another reminder: if you ain't checked the air pressure in your bike, you should probably do it. Pro tip. Yeah, I think it got loud. Oh, well, I can't talk to him. Hey, what up, Johnny 5 fam? So, we're not talking to Simon today because he had to send off his Senna and get it replaced because of how quiet he's been. We tried a few different things, and I don't have any videos of Dakota riding with us, so you can't really get a comparison of the two. But he's been pretty quiet, just in general. He called me on the phone, and just like from him talking to me on his Senna and just me listening to it, like just at my house on my actually on my phone, he wasn't very loud, so he went ahead and sent it off. So hopefully he'll be getting that back to see if it gets louder. He actually went through quite a little bit to have to send it off. They asked him a lot of questions, and he waited around for a week-ish for them to get back with them. It's gorgeous, so we're gonna just do a little bit of riding around. It's not very, it's 4 o'clock, so we don't have like too much time left before it starts getting chilly again. Virginia goes through these weird little phases where you get like false spring. So we get these random days where the highs in the 60s in like January and February, and then it's gonna go back down. Like, I think the high tomorrow is like 40. So I'm gonna wake up in the morning, it's gonna be in the 20s. So it's just, you get very splotchy days you can ride. So we're gonna take a little bit of advantage of riding today. So we're gonna take a little bit of back roads around, probably go swing by, see my parents. I've been watching a lot of Hoonigan on YouTube, and my dad's got Forza, so I kind of want to get Forza so I can do some drifting. So if you have Xbox and you want to add me right here, you can do that. So before we went out on a ride today, I went to go wash my bike. Not really wash it. I usually keep up with it pretty good, but when we have like here and there riding, sometimes I don't take the time to wipe it down before we go off on a ride. If, yesterday was, the high in like the 30s, and today's high is in the 60s, and I sometimes you just don't prepare for it. So this morning, before BB and I, or Dakota and I, took off on a ride, I went ahead and did a little wipe down on it, just because my paint is so pretty and I just like to see it shine. I like to see it sparkle. Some people say, if you got time to clean, you got time to lean. And where, sometimes that's true, but sometimes taking care of your stuff is worth it. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm off on a road trip, or if I'm off for a weekend, I probably won't clean my bike while I'm out riding. Like, if we're off for a few days, I'm not going to take the time to clean my motorcycle. When I'm on the road, I'm on the go. Like, most of my day is riding. So if we're out and I'm here at home and I have the ability to, then I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the bike. Yeah! Oh man, get you good friends. What? Nothing. I'm talking to the camera, man. Jeez. All up in my business, man. What? Leather! Oh no! Anyway, during the summertime, I'll be riding so much, I could be riding like every day of the week. So I don't wash my bike every day. If I got the ability, you just wash off like some of the stuff on the top with some dust might settle or whatnot, I'll do that. But I'll very rarely am I going to actually like put a bunch of water to it and get it real clean. So the reason I bring it up is, as I'm cleaning my bike, it's been a couple weeks since I've actually given it a good wipe down, and I'm noticing right here on my chrome, it's starting to get like a little bit of pitting, a little bit of rusting. Now I can clean it up. I get like Neverdull. If you don't know what Neverdull is and you own a bike that's got chrome on it, get you some Neverdol. I'll throw a picture up of it, I don't care. But Neverdol does wonders for like rejuvenating shiny things. Like, it is the shit. So I got some Neverdol. I can go ahead and you know, take care of my chrome before it gets too bad. But I noticed that you know, tells me I need to do a little bit better job when it comes to cleaning my bike. Let's go. If anybody who wants to buy a 2012 Nissan Xterra, she's sitting right there. I'm trying to sell my 2012 Nissan Xterra, and I just bought a 1993 F-150. It is like my dream truck. It's pretty clean. It's got like 135,000 miles on it, but I really only drive my Xterra back and forth to work and around town, so there was really no need for me to have like a $20,000 vehicle if I'm just going back and forth to work. Dakota's got a Cadillac CTS that if we're going to go out of town, we're going to take that, so I don't need anything that's going to make it out of town. So I just need something that four-wheel drive, gets me back and forth to work, and I love square body Fords, so I went ahead and bought it's actually the same year I was born, so we're the same age. So that was kind of the whole point. So I'm gonna build on that a little bit. I don't plan on doing much to it. I'm gonna keep it pretty much stock. I just want it to look like it just rolled off the showroom floor back in 1993. That's the whole point. So back to it. Simon doesn't really wipe down his bike very much. It's not that he doesn't want to. I think he's just got the mentality that if you got time to clean, you got time to lean. He's got a lot of black on his bike. He doesn't really have much chrome, and in my experience, black doesn't really do that. I know my dad doesn't ride his 2010 Electra Glide very much, and last time we pulled it out, did an oil change on it, we actually found out that he's got quite a bit of bolts that are rusting. Some of his like heat shielding on his he's got like black underheader exhaust. Some of the heat shielding is rusting. Now if you were to wipe down your bike every now and then, you would probably notice that kind of wear happening on your bike. You could probably prevent it, you know. So a good wipe down not only is good for keeping your bike clean, but it's also good for you to find out like if you're leaking oil. If you're not checking your bike for that kind of stuff, if you're not cleaning it, if it's dirty as hell, you know, is that oil from this ride? Is that oil from it sitting? You don't know. So you keep your bike pretty clean, keep up with it, you'll be in good shape. I'm not saying I'm the best at it, but I think I keep my bike or my things a whole lot nicer than some others do. And I think it can show. I mean, you're gonna know, like, my bike's shiny, it looks good, and I'm taking care of it. I think it's a pretty good reflection of the rider. But it feels good to get out and ride for sure. Probably soon, before it like really gets into riding season, I will most likely need to do my front wheel bearing on this bike. I can kind of hear it when I go through turns. I took it up to Roanoke Valley Harley Davidson, and while the bike was under warranty, and that should have been covered. Like, the wheel bearings are covered under warranty. He said he took it for a ride and he couldn't get it to make the sound. Now I don't know if that, maybe I'm going to change my bearings and it's going to sound the same. Maybe that's just the thing the front end sounds like when you take a sharp turn. And I can't ever like get anybody else to hear it, obviously. So, but definitely something I'm going to do. It's a cheap fix. I was planning on doing it myself. I was going to make a video of it and put it on the channel, but apparently there's like a special tool you need, and the tool is more expensive than the bearings. And Roanoke Harley said that they would charge $50 a wheel to do it. So if I buy the part, they'll put the bearings in for $50. Doesn't really seem like a bad deal. I think I'm going to be paying more in bearings than I am in labor. You want to take the lead on this?
This one?
Yeah.
Take it to Wildwood?
This is straight, no more stop signs, Wildwood.
Then go to your parents' house?
Yeah, we'll just keep going through it and take a left on Main Street in Salem.
Yep.
Simon, he likes to get down. When I went to go get my tires filled up at Sheetz, it actually like it wouldn't fill up my front tire. Like I wanted 38 pounds up front, and it actually bumped it down to like 35, and I thought that was like where I was. I thought I was at 35, and the next was going to be like, oh, 37, and then bing, 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 you're at 38. Well, it went 35, 31, 27. I was like, holy shit, I gotta stop. So apparently sheets there on, I've actually gotten air there before, and it worked out, but I don't know why it didn't work today. So I'm actually worse off now, and even though I gave you advice at the beginning of the video, I'm actually worse off now than I was when I started the video, because I only got 27 pounds up front. We're about to go through a pretty hilly area, and I'll let Simon go up front because I don't want to hold him up. He can kill it, go through it. It's see if I can pull up the map. It's pretty fun. I mean, it might be like 2 miles long through here, but it's so much fun. Like super hilly, well, not hilly. It's super windy through here. Super fun. But it's like a neighborhood. You got houses on each side. So definitely, if you don't have much time to ride, you want to hit a good windy area. It's called Wildwood Road here in Salem, Virginia. Super nice. There he goes. Oh man. I might have to do a video on engine braking. I explained, actually no, I don't think I've ever stated that I did have a sport bike at one point. When I had my 08 Street Glide, I bought a 2008 Yamaha R6 because I had some friends who were doing like really windy road riding, and I couldn't keep up with them on my Harley. It's just plain and simple. I had two friends that had GSXR 750s, and I went ahead and bought a Yamaha R6 for like $3,500. Did me great. It was an awesome little bike. I might throw a picture up right here, but that really, it helped me learn about like form, engine braking. I definitely learned a lot on that bike. So I rode a Harley for 6 years before I got that bike, and it changed my life. I don't want it again. I went 135 mile an hour was the fastest I had gone on it, and I don't feel the need to do that anymore. I laid it down, and I was able to ride it back home, but I low-sided out near Franklin County in Floyd, Virginia, and I haven't really been the same. Like once I know what it feels like to low-side, so it kind of scares me a little bit now. But woo, gravel on the road. But definitely, I know more, and I do a whole lot more engine braking now that I had that bike, and it was really more about the feel of having the bike, or feel of riding it. Like there was not a lot of like looking at the speedo, not a lot of looking at the tat. It was a lot of feeling it. I had to feel where my RPMs were. You know, I had to look for the shift light when I was when we were really going through hilly areas, going up the mountain, and definitely going down, using the engine braking a whole lot more and looking at the shift light or the shift indicator. So I learned a lot riding that bike. It was pretty nice. People who start out on sport bikes and end up going to Harleys, they're probably better off. If you only ride a cruiser, you probably aren't going to get that type of experience, you know, if you have, you know, that you would if you had track days or straight up like super sport type motorcycle. So I'm not saying I recommend you get one, and I don't think I was a bad rider before I got that, but I definitely think I'm a better rider now than I was before I got that motorcycle. But they say, like, if you haven't been down, you're gonna go down, and I've been down, so hopefully that's it. get to my parents' house. In conclusion, clean your bike, check your air pressure, engine brake. That's your takeaways. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Always deuces the other motorcycles in the road. Until next time, y'all have a good one.